What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian
I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you.
Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Now please welcome to the ice for their pregame warm-up, presented by Scott Credit Union. Yours.
Blue Note fan. I can't do it, man. Oh. So I was supposed to get a couple of teeth yanked, and I knew that. They ended up yanking 8 teeth, 4 on each side, my back teeth. And we did it. They did it at 9. 10:30. It's 4:30 now, and I lay down for a little bit. But oh man, my teeth effing hurt, buddy. So we're gonna do the best we can with the show. Justin is probably gonna do a lot more play-by-play, and I may just do comments because I don't know how much I can talk. And the only thing I've been able to eat all day is like these little mac and cheese, but I can't chew it. I gotta like squish it with my tongue and then swallow it.
Yeah.
Let's talk before we. So this game, this is a TNT game. I thought it was TBS TNT game, and they're 12:26 of the third. So we're at least 15, 20 minutes before puck drop, if not more than that, probably 20 minutes. So that's why the show started later than normal. This one, because I had a feeling it wasn't going to start at 8:30. Oop, Boston just got within 1. That's not good for us. And the Blues did something weird today. Well, I mean, not weird because the trade deadline or the trade freeze was at noon today. But they made a trade. You want to talk about it, buddy?
What's up, sorry? I just was looking at this.
You want to talk about the trade?
Yeah, it was the Blues gave up Nick Bukestad, and he went to the New Jersey Devils for Thomas. I believe it was. It's his name is like Bordeaux or whatever, Bordelot or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but and then a conditional 4th round 2026 draft pick. There wasn't much to this trade. It was interesting to see him be one of the dominoes to fall. Especially be one of the first ones. I think that this is just the beginning of the Blues making moves here. Because what's up?
I said the beginning. You said the beginning. I said of the end. It's a sell-off. The sell-off is on.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by that.
It's the beginning of the sell-off. This is your first move of it. I didn't expect it, but this is a move that I'm not surprised about, just because I think that when you think about it, I think they're gonna have to free up some spots anyways. That's going to be a guy that is going to be expendable, because I think Otto Stenberg is going to be on this roster next season.
Yeah.
So I think that, Bukestad's going to be pushed out. I think Fabry's probably going to be a guy that's going to be an odd man out.
Yeah. Well, so I just got this from Luke Horick. They're going 11-7 tonight. They're scratching Bergeron and Joseph, with Walker and Fabry in, and Kessel. So they're going 7D, 11 forward. I mean, that's okay. By the way, McGungle, how you doing, buddy? Real How you doing? I know this guy sends me stuff on Twitter every now and then. Welcome, Ro. Unfortunately, I can't read your Japanese here, buddy. I'll have to get my translator out later, man. Thank you. We appreciate you. Oh, fuck. I can only talk a little bit, then my jaw hurts, man. So forgive me tonight, right? Forgive me today, Justin.
You're good.
My thing with this trade, I mean, you talk about some trades have really good timing. Some trades have really, really bad timing. This trade kind of has bad timing. Do you get why? I wonder if you realize it or not. I think you might.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't. I haven't really thought about it. To be honest, that whether it be good timing, bad timing.
Hey, Dad, come on the Blues Dad trips with me. Oh, sorry, Dad. We're going to New Jersey. They did it in the middle of the dad's trip with Bukestad's dad there.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but yeah, I'm not. I'm not looking too much into it. If I'm honest, dominoes are gonna fall, and then I'm surprised that Bukestad was a guy that was the first one to go. To be honest, we were kind of waited with bated breath. We were thinking that we were going to get a Justin Falk trade sometime soon, but I'm not surprised. Like I'm surprised that he was first, but I'm not surprised that it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised it happened either. I want to say Bukestad only had a 1 year. He signed a 2-year deal with us, didn't he? Or did he sign a 1-year deal?
I think it was just a 1-year deal. I think.
If it was a 1-year deal, then this trade makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
You got a prospect, and you got a. I mean, you're getting younger. The team's getting younger. A lot of the guys that are 30 plus, right? With one exception, are going to be gone, right? And the only exception is Bushnevich and maybe Pareko, 2 exceptions. But all the other over 30 guys, they're going to be gone. This team is going to be one of the youngest teams in the league next year or the year after. Right?
Yeah, they're definitely trending towards a younger core for sure. This trade, I'm not gonna get too extremely high on. I mean, the guy is young. The guy that they got in return, Thomas Bordalo, or I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
He's a guy that I don't see it really in this roster. I mean, possibly. I don't know much about him, but I don't see him particularly making this roster as a guy that's going to be a full mainstay. I mean, he could surprise us, but he's going to be a guy that's going to be in Springfield, and he's going to get development down there. Hopefully, he does some good things down in Springfield. Hopefully, he is a guy that possibly you can rely on if you have to deal with injuries or something down the line, like the Blues have this season. But, I mean, this team's going to get younger. It's going to be interesting to see what they actually do. I'm kind of curious on what Armstrong and Steen are going to cook up and actually get for these guys that we're talking about, the Justin Falks, the Braden Shins. What are they going to get in return for these guys?
Yeah. Well, we get the lowest of so they have 3 4th-round picks, and we get the lowest of the pick. And I don't know if lowest, if they mean, I guess the bottom, not the. So we're going to have a pick, more than likely, we're going to get Dallas's 4th-round pick. That would be my guess right now. Maybe New Jersey, but probably Dallas's, right? Dallas's. We would probably end up with Dallas's 4th-round pick. That would be my guess, right? Mm-hmm. It's not a bad trade, and all I'm saying is just trying to make light of it too. Trading a guy during the dad trip with his dad there, So I'm hoping that they're going to pay for. I hope they're going to pay for his. Not make his dad stay and watch the game while his son gets flown out. So
yeah, I mean, Bukestad's a guy that would be good for any team on the bottom six. He's a hardworking guy. He's a blue collar guy. He's a good pickup for New Jersey. Like I
Yeah,
said, you're not.
you like Bustad all year.
Yeah, I mean Bukestad's a blue collar guy. He does what he needs to do. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and score you 20 plus goals. He's not a guy that's going to get you a crazy amount of points. He's a guy that's going to work hard. He's going to pretty much be Torpchenko and Walker. He's going to be, and he's a bigger body than Walker, and Torpchenko is a pretty decently sized individual, but he's bigger than both those guys, and he plays with the same kind of gusto as those two guys. So it's a good pickup for New Jersey. New Jersey's kind of in that middle of the road pack thing too, where they should be good. They should be better than what they actually are. But Jack Hughes cannot stay healthy over there. Oh, and Boston ties the game.
Yeah, I just seen that. Son of a bitch, right? I was looking, man. I'm just not doing good right now. I can't focus on anything, and I'm sorry, I can't focus on anything. So I didn't share the show anywhere. I just put it out there, because it was hard for me to even figure out how to get it out there.
Yeah. So it looks like Morgan Geeky takes a shot on that. It bounces right back out to Middlestat, and he just buries the rebound. This is a game that we talk about teams that are struggling. This is a game where Florida needs this game. They need to win this game because they've been hovering around in that trying to get into the playoff spot kind of picture for pretty much the whole season. And they've had their injuries and all that. Matthew Tkachuk's back, but they're still missing probably the best player on that team, in Barkov.
Yeah.
One of the best players, I think, in the league, in Barkov. So they really needed to hang on to this lead, and they did not. So hopefully they can figure it out.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man.
You want to talk about I don't hate any team in the NHL, but you want to talk about two teams I just do not care for to watch.
Columbus and Florida.
No, Boston and Florida.
Boston
and Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, Boston. Florida.
There aren't a lot of teams like I just don't care to watch. I mean, I can watch everybody. I guess for me, I don't. I mean, I know people right now. The Avalanche. Oh my God, the Avalanche. I can't watch the Avalanche for nothing. Right, and I guess and I won't watch the Blackhawks unless they're playing the Blues. But that's just why would I support that? Why am I going to watch that team? Unless I know that, like, if I find out they're down by 4, yeah, I might watch this if they're getting their butts whipped. Our buddy Aaron Nell says, what is up to Legends? Also, let's go Blues.
Whitey Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go!
And speaking of those boys, Robert Martin says, man, the Blues organization is terrible. At least we have this show. Hope you guys are doing okay. We're doing the best we can, man, with my teeth. I actually thought about coming on the show and really bitching about something I saw today. And even if my teeth weren't hurting, I don't think I would have done. I think the discretion is the better part of value on this one. There's a group out there that, and I'm not going to say who it is, 3 million views in a month. 3 million. Right? I get 10,000 maybe. Between 3 pages, I get maybe 10,000. And this, I don't even want to do it. Almost everything they do is AI generated. So talk about low effort, right? We were just talking. You're late. We were just talking about that trade there, bud. We were just talking about it. We think it's a decent trade. It was something. The sell-off is on, and that's what it comes down to, right? Anybody that's on a 1-year deal is probably gone. And anybody over 30 with a term is probably gone.
the thing is, I mean, no one. First of all, no one should be surprised about the Bukestad trade. Like I said, he signed, like guys said, he signed a 1-year deal. It's easy to move. He's a guy for any team that I don't think New Jersey's not in a position where I don't think that New Jersey's in a playoff spot. I could be wrong. I haven't watched New Jersey.
They are. They
But
are.
okay, so that's a good guy for them for their bottom six. Like I was explaining, he's a blue collar guy. He's exactly how Nathan Walker, how Torchenko play for this team. They play with high energy. They bust their ass on the ice. And Bukestad's a bigger body, so he's a guy that's going to be crucial for a team like New Jersey, who actually does need some toughness. New Jersey is a team that needs toughness, and Bukestad will give that to them. So it's a good trade for them.
Oh,
It's
I'm wrong.
a good
They're
trade.
not gonna play. They're in the same position we are, next to last in the
Yeah,
conference.
that's what I was thinking because I was pretty sure
Damn, I'm an
New
idiot.
Jersey's been New Jersey's been struggling. Like I said, they're a team that should be better than what they are, but they're where they're at because Jack Hughes cannot stay healthy.
Mhm.
So, I like New Jersey. I want to see them succeed. They got better goaltending than they have for recent years now, but they're a team that struggles with depth.
Hey, we got the UK in the house. Kenny Grove. I think he's UK. He's either UK or Australia. I can't remember. The Blues needed to do something. Second last is not acceptable. I reckon there will be more to come. 2, the question is who. And that's what we're just talking about, Kenny. Anybody that's on a 1-year deal and anybody over 30 with term is probably gone, with 2 exceptions, and that's Parayko and Aussie. Okay, I thought he's Aussie. I was wrong. Aussie.
Well, yeah. I mean, for me, it's gonna be interesting because we're talking about this. I see Falk going. Falk has been great this year. I think he's going to be a valuable asset for any playoff team this year. I think you'd be a fool if you don't try to go out there and get a Justin Falk. I think he's always been, he gets a lot of slack, but I think he's been a good defenseman for the Blues, despite the people giving him slack.
Yeah. No, he's been, again, it's just a team effort. And something happened with it. I think that this team, I'll be honest with you, now that I think about it, I don't know why. I thought they were better coached in this, and I'm not blaming coaching, but last year's defeat, the way last season ended, that taste did not. You would think a lot of times something like that is going to affect the team positively, and sometimes it can affect the team negatively. And I think it affected this team negatively. I don't think they believe in themselves. I think after that loss, this team just absolutely didn't, and they still don't. They have zero self-confidence. And the biggest thing that Armstrong.
Yeah, I think it's a good point though. It's a good point to bring up because I think for me, I'm thinking if the Blues win that series, like I think that we talked about numerous times. We talked about this until we were blue in the face. Me and you both said that we thought the Blues deserved to win that series. They were the better team through a 7-game stretch, and they deserved to win that series, and they didn't. So the fact that they didn't, it did kind of leave a sour taste in their mouth. They haven't lost it. But they, you got to ask yourself if the Blues win that series, they go into a series against Dallas. I think it would have been a great series. I don't know if they win that series, but Dallas, they struggled in the playoffs last year. They didn't look the greatest. So, who knows? I'm not saying the Blues would have won the cup or nothing, but who knows what would have happened if the Blues got past the first round like they probably deserved to. And then coming into this year, if they did win that series and they did go deeper into the playoffs,
confidence level would have been a lot different.
You got to imagine that this team probably is sitting comfortably in a playoff spot at this point if they won that series.
Yeah,
maybe, but it's a maybe. It's a what if.
Yeah. Robert Morton says, "You're not going to believe I'm saying this, but I believe it's the coaching." This is where I'm on the opposite end of that, Robert. I don't think it's the coaching, right? I don't think confidence is something you can coach. right? Now, and I may be wrong, and actually I may be really wrong because you're a coach. You coach kids, right? You coach your sons in baseball and soccer, and I love this commercial with the bulldog. Love it. Maybe at that level you can, but at this level, I don't know, man. And I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong. And Chris Shockey brings this up. So this was the news of the day. McKenna, who was, a lot of people thought in a top, a high-end lottery pick, maybe the first overall pick, was arrested or at least charged in Canada with assault over a bar fight. Now, the first thing that I thought of at a bar fight is, what is an 18-year-old doing in a bar? And I put this out to some of my Canadian friends. Apparently, there are places in Canada where you can drink at 18, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw this meme, and I tried to make a joke, and I guess it fell on deaf ears. But I saw this meme where it said that apparently this kid that McKenna hit was saying something about McKenna's mom, right? Calling her a MILF or something along those lines. And I said, oh, his name must be Corey Perry.
Yeah.
See? That's funny. I don't know how that fell on deaf effing ears.
Yeah.
Right?
Funny. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I haven't looked at the whole story. I heard about it. I haven't read a crazy amount into it. It's giving me well, I mean, you talk about we have another guy on this team that got some slack there, and Mayu. Mayu. So yeah, he got some slack for what he did, and we talked about that. You talked about that even, and we didn't make that big of a deal out of it. It is a big deal when you're getting charged with something like that.
Well, Blues tried to sign one of the junior 5, the Canada 5, and that didn't work out. He got released from his tryout.
Yeah.
But look, I absolutely 1 billion quadrillion % believe in second, third, fourth, and fifth chances. I really do. Especially if it comes down to something that could be addiction related, right? And I know, and I'm not making light of sexual assault. I want you to understand that. I'm not making light of sexual assault. But what I'm saying is, sometimes if a guy is a sex addict or a girl is a sex addict, they may think that they have, that they consent is everything there, and it wasn't, or it was implied or whatever. Or with alcoholism, a guy that falls off the wagon 2 or 3, 4, 5 times. I get that. Or pills or whatever it is. I understand it. That's all I'm trying to say. And I hope now I know I fucking dug a hole for myself, dumbass.
It's
told me to shut the fuck up, Justin.
Well, I mean, I was wanting to see where you're going with it. I mean, the key word for me there is may. Like, I get what you're saying, but like, even though a guy like McKenna's young, that doesn't excuse anything like that. And I know you're not defending it, you're not excusing it, and you're not saying it's okay. But I just want. I want to ground that comment because I don't want you to get slack for that, because I know that you're not meaning it in that way, but it comes off in that way. So, I for a young guy, it's definitely something that you don't want to have to be faced with so early, especially the fact that you haven't even been drafted in the NHL yet. Yeah. So,
it's absolutely going to affect his draft. It's going to affect it, right?
Yeah.
Because see. Now, I wish Lance was here. I really do, because that we got a little time. I would love to have this discussion.
Yeah. For me. Sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I just was saying. For me, like I agree with you. It's going to affect his draft lottery. But for me right now, we were talking about this in the last show. I think for me, Ivar Stenberg. So I keep saying Stenbar. Stenberg, I think that he's kind of surpassed McKenna already just because of his play alone, and I think
Yeah.
that he's probably projected to be the number one right now. To be honest,
Yeah. He could. Well, what I was trying to get at was, I want, to me right now, if I'm the Blues, let's say it's draft day for me, right? Let's say you've got the guy with all this skill in the world, and I'll give you an example, Shane Wright. And during interviews, the character issue comes up, right? You get, don't, I will take that guy that has less skill, but a higher character. I want the character guys, because character guys, they're coachable. For the most part, they're coachable. They're self-starters. They're motivated. You know, they get it, right? They're the guys that you ground your organization in. Now, let me also say this. There are guys who have questionable moral character. Having questionable moral character is one thing, because in the old days that really worked. And one of those guys, Brett Hull, for example. But Brett Hull, in those days, the team rallied around him. You get a guy like that now, and unless he's out there scoring 80 goals, it's going to destroy a team. And that's why I want the character guy. What are you laughing about?
no, I was reading something from a coworker. Sorry. No, I want the character guy too. I really do. I think for me right now, obviously the guy that I'm going with, and it's been talked about. Like I said, the guy I'm going with is Stenberg, Ivar Stenberg.
The game's already started. They put it on.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what channel that is.
What they put it on? Did they? What is it?
It said HLN. I don't even know what channel HLN is.
HLN?
That might be like the news network or something. Headline News.
I don't know. I'm not seeing it. This is what. Well, first of all, and this is another reason why I freaking hate these national games. Hate them.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate them. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Yeah, HLN. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it is. It's the I got it on mine. It's channel 111, but I don't know if that's anybody else. That's my spectrum, and it's the Headline News.
You gotta be kidding me. Are you serious?
I got the game on now. It's 16 minutes in.
Yeah,
Dallas has 6 shots. The Blues have none. And my mouth hurts like hell.
HLN, there we go. That I said I found it. It is for anyone on Spectrum. It is 39 on Spectrum.
Channel 39. There you go.
Yeah, channel 39 for Spectrum. HLN. Yeah. So, but yeah, no. The guy that I want is Stenberg. I want to make our own Sedin brothers in St. Louis. Pretty much, and I'm hearing a lot. I'm hearing a lot of talk about Ivar. I'm hearing that he's going to be a franchise guy. That he's going to be really, really good for this. For any team that picks him up. So. It's exciting to hear that. It's disappointing the season that the Blues are having, though. I will say, because this team is better than that. Because I know the consensus is, this team is terrible, this organization's dog water, but it's just they're not. This team is capable. This team is competitive. We've seen it. You've seen it with your own 2 eyes, and that's kind of like why I get on to people so much, because you physically have seen this team play competitive. You know this team is capable of playing good hockey, but you want to be in denial that this team is just all of a sudden just the worst team ever.
Yeah. No, like I said earlier, I think that this is a confidence issue more than anything else. I don't think that this is a physical or a skill level. I think this is between the ears, right? Dr. Detroit asked a question. I know we're into the game right now. We can maybe hold this for the intermission, but he says, Guy, and when they ask me, they're asking both of us, which Blues player or players you want traded? And we can talk about that at the intermission if I remember.
Yeah, I'll remember. Yeah, we could. Yeah, good question, Detroit. We can. We'll think of our answers. We'll talk about it at the intermission, and hopefully, we'll get some more insight from other people on what they would do.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're gonna
no,
what's
go
up?
ahead. No, they should. They're. I thought they just showed a goal, but it was. They were showing. Another game. Or, a player from another game that one of the players. I don't have it up. Rantanen from a game he played.
Winnipeg.
So, yeah, it wasn't. Right.
But we'll talk about it. Hopefully we get some. If you're gonna, comment what you guys would do. Who do you want to see traded? If you're gonna put something in the comments, if you're gonna say trade this guy, please don't just put I'm gonna trade. I want this guy gone. Let's get rid of everything. If you're gonna put somebody in the chat, give us a solution on who you would like to see possibly dish for that person.
Well, see, that's the problem. There's nobody I want to see traded in all actuality, but I have a feeling Bennington is going to be traded. But at the same time, I don't know who I'm going to get back for him. I know what I want, but I don't know who I'm going to get. I want what I consider the equivalent of 3 draft picks. Oh, that was close. Good tip in there, Falk.
Oh. Very good very good chance on Falk there, or for
It
Falk.
is on HLN. What channel is that again?
39. 39
Channel 39
is
on Spectrum. Oh, Ryan, it's on Ryan's in California. Ryan, it's on Headline News. It's on Headline News. Headline News.
You're in the States, Ryan, so I would still check your lower channels, lower at the bottom.
That's what it was on me.
But yeah, no. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just
no. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I don't see Bennington going to Montreal, but it could happen. Montreal has the room. And I talked about this before. I want the equivalent of 3 first-round draft picks. And one thing that I want in return is I want a goalie in return. So I don't mind giving up Bennington and getting an older, a veteran goalie back. But I also want the 2 first-round equivalent draft picks to go with it. Right? That's how I feel. Bob Morton says, exactly, it is between the ears. When that becomes the issue, excuse me.
Jesus Christ.
Man, now I got to get back here. The only solution is to wipe the slate clean, trade Montgomery, and bring Berube back. Now I'm poking the bear, Justin. You jackass. Not you, Bob, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like I said, I'm just not a person that is. Oh, okay. So now what has happened? Did they?
No, they
went.
it.
So they flipped it now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
Christ.
now it's back.
Oh no,
they're in
not.
OT. That's why they flip flopped it.
Okay.
There we go.
Is it still on it?
Oh no! Now they got it on both.
Yeah, they're both channels.
Oh, that's messed up.
God, this is one of the.
Yeah. I guess because it's in overtime.
This is one of the other reasons of why I don't like national broadcasting games.
Well, okay. See, Dr. Detroit, this is where see, I know you're not a guy that barely watches hockey. I know you're a guy that understands the game. I don't look. You look at the 8 wins. Anybody who says, "Oh, he's got 8 wins," the wins aren't all. The losses aren't always on the. A lot of times they're not on the goalie. The team is playing badly, so he's not going to have a lot of wins. A scout is not going to look at how many goals went in. He's going to look at what goals went in, how they went in, and what was the goalie's reaction. What was he doing before the goal went in? What was he doing after the goal went in? That's what they're looking at. Well, they don't look at the numbers. Oh, man, I got to shut up right now.
There we go. Okay, so now we're getting the game's back on. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but the Blues are on a power play. Blues are on a power play. I didn't see the penalty, so, because of the national coverage, so they flip-flopped. I don't know why they turned this. I don't know why they put the game on what is this network? HLN, and they put it on this thing, and then they flipped it to the Boston game. The St. Louis Blues get on the board first with a power play goal. Pavel Buchnevich gets one for the Blues on the power play. I'm so glad on my pick'em I picked the St. Louis Blues to get a power play goal in this one. So glad that I was right about that one. Pavel just rips his puck. This puck takes a bounce. Neighbors gets this puck and then, bounces it to Jordan Kyrou right in front there. And a big slap shot goal by Pavel Buchnevich. That's his 12th goal of the season.
So, guys, I'm going to say this again, Dustin. I know you're doing this. I got teeth pulled today, and they also did work on the front of my teeth, on my lower jaw. My mouth hurts like hell. I'm talking as much as I can, but there's going to be times I got to pull out or go out of the – damn it. I got to come out of the screen. Justin's going to do the best he can. I told Justin, do not worry about comments. I will show comments and read comments. You guys can comment, but I told Justin not to worry about them, okay? Justin's going to concentrate on the game. I will handle comments. Justin, that good to go for you, buddy?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm actually, for some reason, it brought up the old version. So, I'm not actually I'm in the old version. So, I could actually click it now and the comments are a little bigger. So, when they actually comment, I had to get a little closer, but they're going to be a little bigger for me now.
Okay.
I can actually bring them up.
Yeah, because it didn't put you right in. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Well, yeah, no, that's fine. The Blues, they, like I said, they get on the board first. That was their second shot on goal there. Now its shots are 6-4 in favor of Dallas, but the Blues are picking up their game after a slow start here. Good hold by Bennington. Puck just goes in the corner. Puck battle rolls out to Bennington. He covers. Bennington, I expect Bennington to have a pretty good game tonight, especially being the last game before break.
Yeah. That's the thing that you look at. You look at the last game, and they lost that 6-5 after being up 5-1. Did Hoffer have a bad game? Not really.
No, there was maybe one that I would have said that he probably could have played better. It was probably the wraparound, but the wraparound it came around and it hit off our own, Parayko, I think it was.
It ended up being Broberg. Originally they said Parayko, but they changed it to Broberg.
It unfortunately took a bounce, but Hofer was not set for that wraparound as best as he could be. But no, I mean this wasn't a game. This was a game that was like tail Tuesday. And those are the types of games where it's like, man, you got to ask yourself what's kind of going on there because, I'm not making any, conspiracy theories or anything because we saw the literally the night before Tampa Bay come back from a 5-1 deficit and win their game. So it's like, how rare do you have to be to where you get 5-1 comebacks back to back nights?
Yeah. Well, here's this. How rare does it have to be to have a team lose or give up 4-goal leads twice in a season? Lance put this out. It has happened.
Yeah, we're
How many times in the league? In league history?
3, and we're the third, I think.
Yeah, we're the third. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it has not been a good and it just kind of asks yourself. I mean, like you look at this team on paper. We saw this team on paper. We expected this team to be good. You know, maybe I could have seen them at the lowest being in a wild card spot, but the season that they have had, I mean, you just got to ask yourself, I mean, what's going on here? I mean, like you said, we talked about it. It could be, you know, the game 7 still being in their head and everything like that, not having the confidence, but like it just all the bounces just don't seem to be going the Blues' way this year. It just they've been a very unlucky team this year.
Yeah. You know, and you have seasons like that. Right now, a couple of years ago where we had the 3 number 1 draft picks, that 10th overall pick. I didn't want to believe that that's where I kept saying playoff team. Well, now it's a tie game. And Bennington was I'm going to give this one on Bennington. I'm going to absolutely say that he was not in the right position for this all the way. They say a backdoor feed, but you watch this again, it just looks like, I mean, that's coming backdoor. Here we go. Watch it.
Yeah, it's a broken play. He shoots the puck, it kind of bobbles, and then he goes backdoor. But yeah, Bennington is not set at all.
No, yeah, he was set, but he was set too early. He set too early, and that allowed for the backdoor play. Yeah, see, he's set way too early. He's down on his knees, and he's got to get back up. Yeah, but that's
actually,
on.
That was actually. I won't even lie though.
For Bennington, that he's got to respect the puck carrier, but he's down on his knees way too early. If that puck carrier has all that time to, make the pass, nah.
The nonchalant, I don't know, his stance and like I don't know, it just, and I get that the season's been tough, but right there, I talk about his demeanor, like in that interview that I talked about that I've always brought up here.
Yeah.
His demeanor on that play right there in net, it just seemed like a guy that just didn't care. Honestly, to be honest, I mean, that's what that stance. That stance most definitely gave me, I don't care.
Yeah.
For me, at least, I'm not a goalie, but that stance most definitely gave me, I don't care. He was very nonchalant, but
not completely sure. I think the nonchalantness might have been the fact that it was a backdoor feed, and maybe he's thinking there's nothing he could do.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about before he, when he's standing up before this play even develops.
Mm.
He's kind of set, but he's like, I don't know. And it could have been just how the camera angle was shot, but it seems like he's standing and he's like kind of nonchalantly standing. But Dallas, they tied this game up here. 1-1 on a backdoor feed there, but it's not been a terrible period. They started off slow. Ryan, I don't necessarily agree with you there, pal. If I'm honest, trading Bennington is not a stupid move. The ability or the season that he has had has not been great at all. I get the idea of giving him a pass because he's Jordan Bennington and you want us to cup. I get that. I understand it completely. But that's just done. Like, that's done. The cup was in 2019. He's had good seasons where Jordan Bennington was the best player for the Blues, and he really saved this team in certain moments. This year, he has not saved this team. And I'm not saying that the goalie has to save this team every single night. They shouldn't have to. But the fact of the matter is he is the worst goalie in goals saved above expected. there's a lot of people that say, like, God, he says, what the hell is that stat? I get his mind mentality there because it's like, it's a judgment thing. Like, what do you consider a expected goal? But the fact of the matter is with how bad his expected goals are saved above expected, that's not good, especially for your starting goalie. Being one of the worst in the NHL when it comes to that stat. That stat speaks miles to me, to be honest. So Jason Robertson gets his. Yeah, this was a broken play, but and you can't really blame a goalie on a backdoor feed. So I'm not completely blaming him, but this kind of goes back to before this play even develops. I just feel like Bennington he's just kind of standing there. He's kind of nonchalantly just there. Fowler gets the puck back to the point, holds that puck in, very good. Snuggerud gets that puck in, kind of gets cross-checked, kind of gets pumped down to the ice. Or that was Jordan Kyrou, actually. This top line showing flashes again, though. Falk keeps that puck in to Kyrou. Kyrou loses the puck, kind of throws it back. They have to retreat. They're resetting. Jordan Kyrou has points in his last 8 games. Puck just misses. Blues 2-on-1. Very good try there. Broberg. Oh, no. Texier. Or not Texier, sorry, Fabry. Got me swimming around with nines. Fabry, he comes in on a 2-on-1, tries to get this pass over to Torpchenko. Just misses. Just flutters off a Torpchenko stick. Otherwise, he has a great opportunity there. They get the puck back, and then Fabry rings it off the bar. So just almost beats Ottinger. We got about 6:43 left to go in the period. Dallas wins the defensive zone faceoff. That's a good pass right there. That's a good entry for the Dallas Stars. Not the greatest of plays there. They turn that puck over in a bad spot there. Snuggerud gets that puck in deep. Blues on the forecheck. Snuggerud steals that puck again to Dvorsky. And in the slot there, just gets blocked. Blues go D to D in their defensive zone. Good exit there. That's a good play. The Russian torpedo himself kind of showing his sneaky speed there.
I mean, the first 5 minutes are. I mean, other than the power play goal, Dallas. There's a penalty. That's a trip. Absolutely trip. Robinson there. Oh yeah.
Jake Neighbors, I believe.
He knows it too. He knows it.
Yeah, Jake Neighbors going to the box for tripping there. So Blues are going to be on the penalty kill, and that's not been good for them this year.
Over under and how long the penalty kill last?
I don't know. I think they kill this one off.
45 seconds.
That's what you're going with?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to say they kill it off.
Okay, now it's back on TNT. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. There we go. The game is back on TNT.
Yeah.
Well, we got a second. Big old thank you to Ray Dominguez, Jeff Doick, and Aaron Nels. Thank you.
We have about, I think it's about 4 minutes and something change to go in this period here.
I'll tell you here in a second. A little bit more than that, about 7. Well, I don't know. That could be off.
I know it's 4 minutes and something because I saw it before we went
Just
to.
under 5, 4:57.
Yeah.
Just under 5, 4. Oh, no wonder. Damn, I'm an idiot. I'm struggling today, man. Wrong game even up.
Yep, 4:57. Wyatt Johnston gets that puck across the crease there. But just misses, though.
That was close.
You must be like super ahead of me.
No, I'm at 118 in the power play and counting. 115. So there's my 45 seconds. They got the over on what I thought the over under would be. 406. I'm at 406 and counting.
Yeah, you're still ahead of me by like 10 seconds.
Well, there's nothing. There's because it's on TV. There's nothing I can do about that. That's your cable provider.
Yeah, I didn't say it was you.
No, I mean, sorry. Remember today. Remember, I'm just loopy. I'm drugged up and in pain. So just forgive me for anything I say today.
Well, the Blues have done admirable job, I guess, trying to kill this off. Knew this was going to be a challenge, considering Dallas is like second on the power play, second or third.
Consider that a win.
Nice, good kill, good clear by Falk there. About 15 seconds left on mine.
No, mine just ended.
Yeah, so I was right. They killed it off.
Yep. You got it. It's so I want everyone to understand that I know it seems like we're a lot of dead air, but when the team's playing like this, it's really hard what to talk about. We're not play-by-play guys. We try and do it, but we're not play-by-play guys. We're reactionary guys. We're trying to tell you what we see and what we think and go from there, and we do the best we can, and sometimes we're good and sometimes we suck.
Well, and I would do I will do the play-by-play, but when guys not on the screen, I will do the play-by-play. But he's ahead of me, so there's no reason for me to do a play-by-play because then he's just listening to the same thing he just watched 10 seconds ago. So I can't really do a play-by-play when he's 15 seconds ahead of me. That's an icing, but
Olympic goaltending matchup here in this one. Robertson won't be a part of that. He certainly has a strong case for being on Team USA, the most points by any player born in the U.S., but he's not on the Olympic roster. He's picked up his 32nd goal and his 65th point of the year tonight. Now he's looking at the iPad. I wonder which one of the scoring chances he was taking a peek at. Harley right through Sam Bennington as he robs Sam Steele. Once the pass got through, it's going to be awfully hard to stop Bennington and able to get the pad on it. Walker saved this time for Bennington.
it's good. Just a routine stop there by Bennington with a blocker there.
Rolled over for Lundqvist. Lundqvist for Harley. Shane. Open ice here for Ben. Grabbed that one and circled back, but he lost the handle.
Oh wow, good, very good play there by Justin Falk to walk that puck in and get the best opportunity there for some offensive zone time. Blues didn't get a shot on that one, but it was a good hard play by Falk to get in there. Oh, very good try there. He scores. Jordan Kyrou. What a beautiful shot by Jordan Kyrou. Absolute great things that I saw on that one. They get in the zone. This all starts from Falk making 2-3 efforts on this puck to get this puck in the zone. The Blues go to work on the forecheck. And this is well deserved because the Dallas player cross checks Jake Neighbors, no call, and then Neighbors retaliates like he should, like any player should. No one should just let you cross check them. So nothing was called, but then Jordan Kyrou, with all this kind of commotion in front there, gets this puck and just absolutely rips this puck. But it looks like no penalty. I don't know if they were. It seems like they might have been giving a penalty to Dallas, but they decided, obviously, since the Blues scored, it was a null and void per se. But Blues take a 2-1 lead. Not the greatest of period here for the Blues. I figured Dallas would come out harder, considering that they are on a 5-game win streak and they're on home ice. So it's going to be a challenge. But the Blues take a 2-1 lead. Yeah, Kyrou, scary, my boy. Yes, Kyrou. Absolutely great shot by Kyrou. Fantastic shot. We got about 46 seconds to go in the period. Blues are kind of just defending right now, keeping Dallas to the outside the best that they can. Good pressure on the boards there. They're just keeping them to the outside. I think the Blues are doing a good job of not letting them get much in the middle. Oh, great play by Suter to get in there and try to lift that stick, and he pokes that puck away to the point. Puck's still not out. Very good play by Parayko to get that puck to Suter. Suter banks it off the boards. No icing. Looks like that might kill off the rest of the period. Well, we're gonna get a penalty. 4 seconds left in the period. Fabry is chasing this puck on a yeah. He does get his feet, or he does get his stick in between the legs of Haskin in there on the forecheck. So I like the gumption. Not a great penalty to take with 4 seconds left to go. Let's see how Dallas can handle this with 5 seconds left, pretty much, to go in this period here. They have to get a quick shot off and need a clean win. So it's Hintz and I believe it's Braden Oscar Sundquist on the face-off. Oscar Sundquist wins that one, and that's going to kill off the first period. So Blues are up 2-1 in this game. Like I said, not a great period. but solid nonetheless to get the 2 goals coming into the second period. So we will go over the stats here for the second period. The shots on goal in this period were very lopsided. Dallas had 12, while the St. Louis Blues had 5. Block shots, they were a little bit more even. This was in favor of the Blues. They've done a pretty decent job blocking shots tonight. They have 6 shots, while the Dallas Stars have 5. The hits in this game, 10-12 in favor of Dallas. So Dallas has been slightly more physical. It's been even up to this point. I expect nothing less from these two teams. Face-offs, shockingly enough, despite the dominant period pretty much for Dallas, they do not lead the face-off dot here in this period especially. So it was 11-7 in favor of the St. Louis Blues. So that's good to as for your power plays, St. Louis picks up a power play goal. That's crucial for them. I believe they've caught themselves on a little bit of a streak here on the power play. The Dallas Stars are 0 for 2, but technically they're 0 for 1 because they have not had that full power play yet. So that'll be going into the second period. As for your scoring, you had Pavel Buchnevich pots the first goal to take the lead to 1-0. That is assisted by Jordan Kyrou and Justin Falk. Great play. Pavel gets this puck from Kyrou and just absolutely bombs this one from the left circle. From the left circle. Bombs this in from Kyrou, and great goal there by Pavel. Jason Robertson shortly, just a couple minutes later, answers back with a goal of his own with kind of a broken play. This puck is blocked at first, and then it's kind of bobbled, picked up, and then Jason Robertson on the back door. We kind of talked about that one. I don't think Jordan Binnington is extremely at fault, but I thought that his kind of cadence was a little lackadaisical on that one. Jordan Kyrou, with just about a minute left to go in the period, he scores, assisted by Falk and Tucker. So, and this was a wicked shot. This was a great shot. This was actually from the opposite dot from Buchnevich's goal. A little closer, but absolutely goal scorer's goal right there. But that is your first period for the Blues. Let's see if we got any comments. I do not believe so. We do not. We were going to discuss Dr. Detroit's question about what we would want to see for trades. Like, who do we want to see off this team? Who do we want to see traded? I don't think any of us want to see anyone traded, but I think for me, the big fish for me, I think is going to be Jordan Binnington. I know that I believe Ryan was talking about it, that it would be a mistake if we traded Binnington, but I just don't see that. I think the Jordan Binnington era is slowly coming to an end in St. Louis, and you need to get something for him, because I don't think that Jordan Binnington signs with this team after his season next year. I don't. So you need to maximize your investment, and you need to get something in return for him before he just walks for nothing. Jordan Kyrou is going to be an interesting piece. I just don't see the Blues trading either Kyrou or Thomas. Unless they get something really sweet, I don't see it. I know I saw a lot of mock trades for those two guys. I saw it was like a mock trade for Shane Wright and Jordan Kyrou, and that doesn't appeal to me at all. Jordan Kyrou is, in my opinion, I think a better player than than Shane Wright. I think Shane Wright is kind of a bust, in my opinion. He had a decent year last year, but he's just kind of meh to me. Hey, sup? What's up, man? How you doing? Sorry, I have to get a little close to read your comment, but glad to see you on the show, man. We're just kind of talking about the Blues and what we would expect and what we would like to be traded off of this team if we had to give a choice. Where's Guy? Guy, he had some teeth pulled, so his mouth's not doing that great. So I'm kind of on the call right now. He'll be back when he can, but his mouth is really giving him some big issues tonight. So I'm hoping that he's able to join us at some point. But yep, there he is. Speak of the devil. There he is.
I'm sorry, man. I'm going to be out more than I am in. My mouth is hurting like a mother. So
yeah, no, you're good.
Shaggy's asking if you want him to come on with you.
I mean, it's really up to you. I don't have a big issue with that. I mean, it's really up to you. So,
Shags, normally, I would if I was there. The problem is sometimes your internet is really bad, and to just have, it locks up in that, and Justin can't do anything with it, and I don't know if I'm going to be around. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to say no. And it has nothing to do with Justin, it has nothing to do with you. It's just a situation. So shoot me later, okay? All right. I'm doing the best I can. I didn't see Kairu's goal. I mean, I was standing here, but I didn't see it. Was it a good one?
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful goal. This was, you could probably look it up on Twitter. I'm sure that they have it on there. I think it was a great shot. Definitely goal scorer's goal. He pretty much scores this from he scores this from the opposite dot, a little closer than where Pavel was. Pavel was up at the top of the dot, or top of the circle, while Kyrou was kind of in the circle, a little lower. But this was absolutely a goal scorer's goal for sure. Beats Ottinger with a great shot. So, yeah. Not a great period by the Blues, but I can't sit here and say it's a terrible period because the Blues are up 2-1 in this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're up, but they were outshot 12-5. I mean, Dallas spent more time in the St. Louis zone than a sailor in a house of ill repute.
But I want to say this because although that's great, and I have spoken to this numerous times that shots are great. And Dallas did have a lot of pressure in that period. They had a lot of great chances, but I want to preface this. There's a game that I'm going to bring up, and this proves my point. The Blues were outshot 15-1 against the Ottawa Senators, and granted that had to do with the poor officiating, like the poor officiating in that game. You remember that game? That was the game where they had 7 power plays and we had 1.
But Justin, you're I think you completely misconstrued what I was talking. I'm not talking about the shots. I'm talking about the amount of time that Dallas spent in the zone. If you're getting 15 shots, you're spending all that time in the offensive zone, right? And St. Louis, if you're only getting 5 shots, you're not spending any time. Unfortunately, we're on national, so they're not going to show it up. I don't have that stat, but I guarantee you that they doubled our offensive zone time. I'm almost certain of it.
That's fine. I'm not denying, and that's exactly why I use the verbiage. Not a great period, but I can't say it's a awful period because the Blues are up. You got to take advantage of your opportunities, and the Blues did clearly. Yeah, they weren't in the zone for that long, but I'm also thinking to myself that I'm not going to completely shit on this team. I'm just not going to do it because although it was probably their weakest of the periods that they probably played against Dallas, I can't I can't find it in myself to really harp on it that much. And yeah, you're right. The stats are probably doubled up when it comes to ozone time. Yeah, your internet should be fine. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's anything against you, bud. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure we can trust this. Yeah, with the four. Yeah, and you can't, and I understand that. It's not about trusting. I'm just optimistic. This team, it's like we have short term memory loss. It's like we have Dory syndrome. It's like we didn't just watch this team a couple weeks ago, literally play Dallas 3 times, and every game was close. It's like we have short term memory loss. So these two teams play very, very, very tight hockey. It wasn't a great period. Like I said, it was probably one of the worst periods for the Blues against Dallas in this whole season series. But the game's still close, and the game can change, and the game will change because, yeah, the Blues have played absolutely inconsistent this year. But I will say they have been finding their offense. Their offense has shown up a little bit more. They have not been winning like they should be, but their offense has shown up. They scored what? They lost the game against Nashville. They should have won. They blew that game. They scored 5 in that game. They've been scoring 4, 3. It hasn't been like 1, 2 here in recent stretches. It's been, past that.
My mouth, man. I gotta go out. Sorry.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know why this is actually popped up still. There we go. Actually, Guy might have to actually remove that because I did read that, but I can't remove it for some reason. I didn't click on it, I don't think. Yeah, but like I said, I know that I'll get slack for it just because of how I view this team and how optimistic I'm being, it's given this season, but I just can't find it in myself to shit on them that much. Yeah, we played Dallas close. Yeah, we played Dallas close. Sorry, bud. There we go. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, we played Dallas close, but we actually didn't earn any points. So yeah, but like I said, I understand that they didn't get any points. But the thing is they deserve points. They didn't get the points, but they deserve them. I think that's pretty fair to say that they did deserve them. Oh man, what a lucky bounce for Minnesota. They take a shot from the point, it deflects off the Predators defenseman there. Let's go over our out of town scoreboard. I think that's a good idea. So man, they're not making this easy for me, huh? All right, so for our out of town scoreboard tonight, we had the Panthers. They defeated the Boston Bruins after blowing a lead in the third period. They were up 4-2. Boston came back. They went into overtime. They had to go to a shootout. Brad Marchand ends that game, giving Florida the win. They needed the well-deserved win there. The Columbus Blue Jackets on home ice in Columbus shut out the Chicago Blackhawks 4-0. The Canadiens They defeat the Winnipeg Jets in Winnipeg 5-1. The Predators and Wild are tied 5-5. That is about to go into overtime. Seems to be a barn burner over there in Nashville. The Colorado Avalanche are up 2-0 on the San Jose Sharks. That is in the second period. That is coming to the end almost of the second period. So they're going to be going into the third. Dr. Detroit, I know you're not going to like this one. Utah Mammoth are up 2-0 on the Detroit Red Wings. That has about a minute and 30 left to go in the period. The Blues, obviously up 2-1. Seattle Kraken are in LA. They are playing in the first period. They have just about 5 minutes to go. The Seattle's up 2-1 there. I don't know if the Breadman's playing tonight for the LA Kings. He is not. So he is not playing tonight in this game. I probably, you're going to expect to see him after the break. I don't know if LA has another game before the break or not, but the Flames are up 2-1 on the Edmonton Oilers in Edmonton, or in Calgary. And then Vegas and the Canucks are tied 0-0. Chase and Twist would have sat every game. What do you mean sat? You think that they would have been like benched? What for what, Jason? I don't know what's going on. I can't. All right, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I had to kind of change things up. I went to the studio now just to get the ability to try to run this a little smoother. That way I can actually unshow comments and pop comments up again. So it's going to be a little hard for me to see. So, don't harp on me too much if I have to get a little closer. Oh, you were responding to Shocky's comment? Yeah. All right, yeah. Shocky, the Shockster. They sit, and then Annie and Shanny got into a lot of bar fights. Yeah. I must have missed your original comment there, Shocky, so my apologies if I did. Oh, yeah, yeah. I do agree with you, Shock, man. I agree. I agree, absolutely. I think Wright is a spoiled, he is kind of a spoiled brat. He showed that when he talked about, I should have been the number one overall. And look at what that did. It costed him a number one overall pick. Well, the Blues are back in this game here. We are in the second period. The Dallas Stars are still on the power play here. A lot of perimeter stuff right now. Dallas just has such a smooth and simple approach to the power play. And it just looks so good out there. They had a missed pass there. They had to go back and retreat, so they're trying to regroup and get back in the zone. They get that puck across to Rantanen on the boards. Throw it in the corner. Rantanen on the half wall there. Gives it to Duchesne down in the corner. Rantanen tries to get that puck to the slot there. Doesn't pay dividends there. They tried to force it there. Blues doing a good job keeping it to the outside. Harley getting in the zone. Good play by him. Duchesne gets that puck back to Harley. Harley over to Duchesne. Duchesne just takes a hard angle shot there. Bennington with a save. He's up to task there. He tries to get sneaky with it and tries to sneak that through the arm of Bennington. So very good attempt there. On Dallas, Matt Duchesne. It seems like he might have tipped this puck, and I don't know if this is going to be a power play goal or not, but it might have just ended when this puck went in, or it had 1 second left. That's how close this was. Yeah, Duchesne, he gets this goal, so no, okay, so yeah, it was deflected off a Rantanen shot. It gets a rebound and it goes right to Duchesne, right on his stick. That's just so unfortunate, man. That's what the Blues have been dealing with all season. You're way behind. I'm way behind what? In the game? Yeah, I probably am. I'm way behind everybody in the game. Yeah, that Blues lead didn't last long. Yeah, I mean, it was a power play. We all know how abysmal the Blues penalty killing has been this year. Like I said, I don't know if they counted that as a power play goal or not. Yes, they did. They have counted that as a power play goal for Matt Duchesne. Bennington with a save there. Blues trying to regroup and get going a little bit here in the second period. Ben gets a tip on net from Heiskanen there at the point. Yeah, in the game. Yeah, I can't do nothing about that. The spectrum is spectrum, so I can't do anything about that. I have to go with what I'm seeing. I'm sure everybody is 50 seconds ahead of me. So, scary. Some shenanigans there, bud. Yeah, Blues are looking to get going here. They're starting out a little slow again. Obviously, they started on the kill, so it's going to take a minute. But the Blues ice the puck there.
St. Louis Blues, they've lost back-to-back games in 7 of 8, and they've lost 9 straight on the road. Last road win December 20th in Florida. They have a stretch of 8 of 10 on the road waiting for them shortly after play resumes at the end of the month. It's going to be interesting to see what Doug Armstrong does. He's the general manager of Team Canada, as we know, and Alexander Steens, the next general manager, and he's a special advisor and assistant GM of Sweden.
Yeah, Dallas is just absolutely hounding the Blues here. The Blues are not getting much for offense here. They're being hemmed in their zone. Robertson makes a good play here. He gets this puck, from up top. He skates his puck in and then just kind of just gets beat to the net and gets a shot on Bennington. Turns it around, hits off the pad, then there's a rebound there. There's just a rebound sitting there. So unfortunate, but Maverick Bork, I believe. Actually,
Robertson's on fire. That's a confident player, and it looks to me like there's a timeout being called by the coach that used to be on the other side, Jim Montgomery. Coached a season and a half with the Dallas Stars, but Jim Montgomery has his entire team around him. Has to be somewhat impressive. Aaron Bang after having lost.
yeah, Maverick Bork picks up the rebound there.
The bottom line, as a head coach in the National Hockey League, used to be in charge, be in control.
Scary. I want to punch Matt Duchene in the face. He gets on my nerves. He does. I won't lie to you, there, Scary. He does kind of have a punchable face. Not that I want to punch anybody, but Matt Duchene definitely does have a punchable face. That's for sure. AC generator, and just like that. Yeah, Ivar Bar. Look good in blue. Yeah, I'm rooting for Stenberg to be a blue. I really am. I think that having our own kind of twist on the Sedin brothers would be very cool. Blues, man, they're struggling mightily hard to get this puck out of the zone. They finally get this puck out. This top line though, this top line has been good. This has been the most noticeable line out there. I would hope it would be. Bush, Kyrou, and Neighbors, they've been pretty decent tonight. They have both goals for this team tonight. Good play by Suter. Suter playing patient with it. I like to see that. That's a patient man right there. Waiting for his play, the right play. Smart guy.
Got through Bennington. Duchene trying to spin it off the backboard. And Mayu knocked down. Puck available. Capobianco with a slap pass looking for Ben.
Man, Dallas, they're getting this puck to the point and they're just letting it go. Letting those bombs go.
Sidestep the hit from Suter. Got the pass through. Connected now on for Labushkin. Back for Capobianco with 3 stars in front. It was Steele who got the tip and same with a wraparound. Bennington.
Oh wow, Bennington. Pretty much in a backwards spread eagle. Gets. I don't know if he actually saves this one or if it gets a stick gets in the lane there, but on the wraparound, almost Dallas makes it 4-2 almost. Yeah, he does. Oh wow, yeah, that he does get a little piece of that. Yeah, Actually, good play. Suter again with another smart play, getting his stick down. Actually, kind of helps Bennington in that situation. I don't know because I don't know if Bennington stops that puck. I don't know if he has enough pad and skate there to actually stop that puck if he actually gets that clean. But Suter with a great stick there.
Not like there was a magic switch for Jim Montgomery to press, but calling that timeout hasn't changed the momentum here at all. Dallas Stars have picked up where they left off.
Shots currently 19-6 in favor of the Dallas Stars. They are taking it to the Blues this period.
Okay. It was a 2-1 lead for the St. Louis Blues when the period began. That didn't last long. Matthews made a minute 56 in. 2:02 later, it was Maverick Cork, and now it's 3-2 Stars.
You're going to a commercial break.
Wow, they support you. Grandma supports you. You're a lucky guy.
You know what? I appreciate the 7 of you watching. I know that this is not the ideal for most of you having to watch, especially this Blues team that's not performing right now. By the time Guy returns from the concession stand, this game will be out of reach. Yeah, no, his mouth, man, his mouth is really bothering him. I understand it, man. I do not like the dentist at all. But like I said, I appreciate the people that are sitting here and watching, for the most part, and trying to comment. I appreciate the comments. If I can, if I get some engagement, it makes it a little easier. So. We are back. We have about 13 minutes left to go in this period. Blues just need to get in the zone. They have not got in the zone and had any significant zone time. They need to get a little bit of that momentum and take it. Walker chips that puck in deep. Sundqvist goes after it. Dallas with a pretty easy exit there, but Neighbors gets that right back. Broberg to Falk. All right, Blues, they get their first shot. Let's see if this can give them any life. I'm telling you what, the line that definitely has made the most impact has been the Kyrou, Bush, and Neighbors line. They've been the only noticeable line out there for me tonight. They are definitely a team that is, or a line that is feeling themselves right now. They're a little bit confident out there, but they're just not getting much support on the secondary end of things. They've been the only line to consistently get in the zone and actually get some offensive chances, which is good on the one hand, but bad in the other because you're not getting secondary scoring, you're not getting secondary opportunities, but it's a good thing that guys like that are stepping up when they need to. Blues throw the puck on that. They're kind of, getting some traffic there. That's good to see. Good play by Kyrou there. Kyrou gets a little bit of an opportunity there. Falk keeps that puck in. Jordan Kyrou working along the boards. Good pass. Just bounces off the stick of Broberg there. Hence gets that puck. Bennington plays that puck. Kind of gives it right to him, but not much he can do.
Chicago friends and great players, both in the amateur level and in the NHL level, in the studio, and they have well represented Team USA, both of them. On that coaching staff in 2018 without Olympic or without NHL participation. We're proud to say the Badgers. That's right. Here comes Dvorsky. Steps in, his shot redirected up.
Dvorsky comes in. He gets his shot blocked. We had about 10:54 left to go in the period. Or no, yeah, 10:54 left to go in the second period.
Just makes it look so effortless out there. I know it's not. I just recently saw Zach Werenski play again, and very similar, very composed under pressure, very calm. They just make tough plays look easy. Another win tonight for Werenski and the Blue Jackets. Sprint bonus has come in and taken over. Don't lose anymore there. No one. Good to see Jeff Rimmer, the 25th season of Blue Jackets hockey, get back behind the mic. The boy Rims. Almost like the only team believes doesn't want the break to come.
There you go. Way to get back there. Get that puck away. Blues try to enter the zone. They get it kind of blocked.
Justin,
Yeah.
I got to go to the emergency room. My mouth is bleeding, and since the way you signed on, you can't end the show on your own. We're just going to end it, bud.
All right.
I'm not and everybody know it's me. My mouth is just, I can taste the blood. I put gauze in it, and it's still, so I'm a little worried about it. I'm going to try and gauze it for a little more, but I'm going to go. So I apologize. We're going to end it. Long break. We'll try and do some shows during the break. I'll talk with Justin and figure something out. Try and get a guest or two on. We'll do our best. Thanks, guys. I'm just going to hit end. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.